Today we have to solve O-Level Physics 5054, Paper 1, Variant 2, October number 18, and questions from 21 to question number 40. From question number 1 to question number 20, we have already solved. Now we have to start from question number 21. Question number 21. Two liquid in glass thermometers are almost identical. They contain the same quantity of the same liquid and the diameters of their capillary tubes are the same. The only difference is that one thermometer is longer than the other. Which row shows how the ranges and the sensitivities of the thermometers compare? Okay, we have two columns here, one for the ranges, second for the sensitivities, and we have four options A, B, C, and D. We have to find out which option is the correct one. Okay, here it is given the only difference is that one thermometer is longer than the other. It means in both the thermometers, the only difference is about the ranges. The range of these two thermometers are different. Why? Because the range of thermometer is defined as the difference between the maximum and minimum temperatures that a thermometer can read. The thermometer that is longer, it can read more temperature than the other. So the only difference is about the ranges and other physical properties will remain same. So we can say ranges will be different and sensitivities will be same, and it is given in the option B. So option B is the correct one. Ranges different and sensitivities same. Question number 22. Which statement about a water wave is correct? Option A. The amplitude is the vertical distance between a trough and a peak. No, the amplitude is the distance between mean position and the peak, or the distance from the mean position to the trough. So option A is incorrect. Option B, the frequency is the number of troughs passing a point in 1 second added to the number of peaks passing to a point in 1 second. No, it is incorrect. Half part is correct. The frequency is the number of troughs passing a point in 1 second. Up to this point, it is correct. But whatever be the added here, it is incorrect. So complete sentence is incorrect. Option C, the speed is the horizontal distance traveled per second by a peak. Yes, it is the correct one. Water waves are like this. Whatever be the wave are passing or moving in 1 second is called velocity. Whatever be the distance covered by the wave divided by 1 second is called velocity of that wave. So this option is correct one. C option is correct one. Okay, what is written in the option D? The wavelength is the horizontal distance between a trough and a peak. No, wavelength is the horizontal distance between two trough or between two crests. So this option is also incorrect. Option C is the correct one. Question number 23. The diagram shows a thin converging lens of focal length f. Where must an object be placed to produce a real image in the position shown? Okay, here from this point to this point it is given focal length f. Now from this point to this point also this distance equal to f. So we can say image is formed at a distance of 2f. Okay, we have studied when the object is placed at a distance of 2f in front of a converging lens, the image is formed on the other side at a distance of 2f. The image will be formed at the same distance. So whatever be the distance from the lens to the image will be equal to the distance from the center of the lens to the object. Now from here to point C it is given focal length f. Now from C to A again it will be equal to f. So it from A to the center of the lens the distance will be 2f, and also from center of the image the distance will be equal to 2f. So object will be found at point A. So point A is the correct one. Question number 24. White light is dispersed by a prism compared with blue light. The red light is option A, slowed down less and refracted less. Yes, it is the correct one. Because dispersion depends on the frequency, the ray which has more frequency will be slowed down more and refracted more. Now here we are looking frequency is decreasing from violet towards the red. So we can say this blue has more frequency as compared to red. So blue will be refracted more and it will be slowed down more. And this red will be slowed down less and it will be refracted less. So option A is the correct one. Question number 25. A student reads the following in her physics book. The incident angle is greater than 42 degree, which is the critical angle for glass in air. What is the student reading about? Option A, focal length of a glass lens. Option B, reflection in a plane mirror. Option C, refraction as light enters glass. Option D, total internal reflection. Okay, we have studied that when angle of incidence is more than critical angle, then the light is not refracted. It is reflected back in the same medium and it is called total internal reflection. So option D is the correct one, total internal reflection. Question number 26. Which statement about radio wave is correct? Option A, radio waves are sound waves. Option B, radio waves are used to kill cancerous cells. Option C, radio waves are used in television communications. Option D, radio waves have frequencies higher than those of visible light. Okay, radio waves are electromagnetic waves and these waves are used in television communication. Okay, it is topic of electromagnetic waves. In this topic, we have studied the radio waves. These are electromagnetic waves and these waves are used to transmit TV pictures. So it can be used for TV transmission or TV communication. So our option C is the correct one. Question number 27. Ultrasound is used to map the ocean floor. During one survey, the depth of water is 1200 meters. An ultrasound pulse is sent from the surface and when it returns to the ship, another pulse is sent immediately. In any period of 8 seconds, 5 pulses are sent down from the surface. What is the speed of the ultrasound in water? Okay, speed is given as distance over time. Now here, distance is given 1200 meters from the ship to the ocean floor. To complete this distance, the time taken is not given, but it is given, one thing is given here, in any period of 8 seconds, 5 pulses are sent down from the surface. This 8-second time is taken by 5 waves that are sent from the ship. It touches the ocean floor, then back to the ship. For this complete cycle, for 5 waves, time taken is 8 seconds. Now we have to find out the time for cover a distance of 1200 meters. To cover a distance of 1200 meters, now here this 8 seconds is for 5 waves. So we can say just from the ship to the ocean floor for 5 waves, time will be taken 8 divided by 2. It will be half of this time, so it will be equal to 4 seconds. Now this 4 seconds is time taken by 5 waves to move from ship to the ocean floor. We have to find out the distance just for the one wave. So for the one wave, it will be equal to 4 divided by 5 because this time is for 5 waves. So for one wave, it will be equal to 4 divided by 5. It will be equal to 0.8 seconds. Now time taken to complete this distance 1200 meters is equal to 0.8 seconds. Distance and time now both we have. By solving this one, we will get the answer 1500 meters per second. So 1500 meters per second is given in the option D. So option D is the correct one. Question number 28. Which diagram shows the magnetic field pattern in the region between the north pole of two bar magnets? Option B is the correct one. North pole repel each other. So these two rays will move away from each other. Okay, we will also check this one in the book. Here the same thing is asked there in the paper. We have two north poles and the lines of force will move away from each other. The same thing is shown in the option B. So option B is the correct one. Question number 29. Students are asked to describe an experiment to measure the resistance of a metallic conductor. Which description is correct? Option A. Connect an ammeter in parallel and a voltmeter in series with the conductor and use R is equal to IV. Okay, first thing, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, and from this equation, we can calculate value of R. R is equal to V over I, where this V is for voltage, I is for current. Now we have to check in which options this R is equal to VI is given. It is given in the option B and also in the option D. In option A and option C, it is given R is equal to I over V, but according to Ohm's law, it is equal to R is equal to V over I. So now option B and option D are the possible options. We have to check option B and option D only. Okay, now first we read option B. In option B, it is given connect an ammeter in parallel. No, ammeter is always connected in series, so option B is not possible. Now we will read option D. Connect a voltmeter in parallel. Yes, it is correct. And an ammeter in series. Yes, with the conductor. Then use R is equal to V over I. R is equal to V over I. So this statement that is given in the option D is completely correct. So option D is the correct one. Question number 30. The diagram shows three 6 ohm resistors connected to give various total resistances. Okay, here we have 4 combinations. In one combination, all the resistors are connected in series. In second combination, 2 resistors are connected in series. Then the combination is connected with in parallel with the third one. In third combination, it is given 2 resistances are connected in parallel, then their resultant is connected in series with the third one. And here all the 3 resistors are connected in parallel. Okay, one thing you should remember that when the resistors are connected in series, the equivalent resistance is maximum, and when the resistances are connected in parallel, the equivalent resistance is minimum. So here what we have to find out? We have to find out what is the difference between the smallest resistance and the largest total resistance. Now the largest resistance will be in the first case when all the resistors are connected in series, and the smallest value will be in the last case when all the resistors are connected in parallel. Okay, here I have calculated all these values. This one is when all the resistors are connected in series, that is given in the first option, and here we got the answer 18 ohms, and here this one R is equal to 2 ohm is the resistance when all the resistors are connected in parallel, means this last option. Now we have to calculate the difference, so we have to subtract this 2 ohm from this 18 ohm, and the answer is 16 ohm, and this 16 ohm is given in the option D. So option D is the correct one. Okay, next question 31. A wire of length 0.5 meter and cross-sectional area of 1 into 10 power minus 6 meter square has a resistance of 0.75 ohm. Another wire of the same material has a length of 2 meter and a cross-sectional area of 0.5 into 10 power minus 6 meter square. What is the resistance of the longer wire? Okay, here we have to calculate the resistance of the longer wire. Okay, we have to calculate resistance of the second wire. Resistance is given as R is given as rho L over A, where this R is for resistance, this rho is for resistivity, L is for length of the wire, this A is cross-sectional area of the wire. Now here to calculate the resistance of the wire, we should have all these 3 values, but this resistivity is not given. So first we have to calculate the resistivity. How we will calculate resistivity? We will use the data that is given here. A wire of length 0.5 meter. It is given length of the wire. It is given cross-section area of the wire. It is given resistance of the wire. So by using the same formula R is equal to rho L over A, we can calculate the value of resistivity. Okay, R is given as rho L over A, so resistivity will be equal to RA over L. Now resistance of the first wire is given 0.75 ohm, area is given 1 into 10 power minus 6 ohm, and length is given 0.5 meter. Now by substituting and by solving, we will get the answer 1.5 into 10 power minus 6. This 1.5 into 10 power minus 6 is the value of resistivity. Now these two wires are of same material, so whatever be the resistivity of the first wire will be the resistivity of the second wire. So resistivity of the second wire is equal to 1.5 into 10 power minus 6. Now length of the second wire is 2 meter and the cross-sectional area of the second wire is given 0.5 into 10 power minus 6. Now by solving this one, we will get the answer 6 ohm, and 6 ohm is given in the option D. So option D is the correct one. Question number 32. A defibrillator is a device that is used to give an electric shock to a patient's heart. It supplies an electric shock with energy 240 joules at an average voltage of 2000 volts for 10 milliseconds. What is the average current it supplies? Okay, we have studied a formula. Energy is given as VIT. Electrical energy is given as VIT, where this V is for voltage, I is for current, and this T is for time. Now here we have to calculate the value of current. All the other values are given here. Energy, it is given 240 joules. Voltage, it is given 2000 volt. Time, it is given 10 milliseconds, but this time we have to convert into seconds. That's why we have multiplied this one by 10 power minus 3. Now by solving this one, we will get the answer. I is equal to current is equal to 12 ampere, and it is given in the option C. So option C is the correct one. Question number 33. In a lighting circuit, the switch is placed in the live wire. Why is that? Option A. A lamp in the circuit can be isolated from the supply. Yes, it is the correct one. We use a switch in the live wire so that we can easily disconnect it from the supply. So option A is the correct one. Question number 33. Which cable transmits electrical energy at the highest voltage? Option A, a cable from a bicycle dynamo to a lamp. Option B, a household lighting cable. Option C, a power cable between towns. An electric cooker cable. Okay, option C is the correct one. Here we have studied that electrical power is transmitted by power cables. Here the cables used or the wires used are called power cable that can transmit very high voltage, that can transmit electrical energy at a very high voltage. So option C is the correct one, a power cable between towns. Question number 35. A thermistor and a light dependent resistor are connected in series. Which conditions give the least resistance? Okay, first the condition in the thermistor: with the increase in temperature, resistance decreases, and in LDR, with the increase in the light falling on the LDR, resistance decreases. Now here in the option A, it is given thermistor is cold and LDR is dark. So here resistance will be maximum. In the option B, for the thermistor, it is given it is cold, and for LDR there is light falling. Here it is written light. So in the case of thermistor, here resistance will be maximum and here resistance will be minimum. In the option C, it is written hot for the thermistor. So in thermistor, their resistance is less, and here in the LDR it is dark. So here resistance will be maximum. Now again in the option D, for the thermistor, it is written hot. So here resistance is minimum, and in the LDR, light is falling. Here it is written light. So here resistance is also minimum. So least resistance will be in the option D. So option D is the correct one. Question number 36. An oscilloscope is connected to a DC power supply. The time base on the oscilloscope is switched off. When the time base is switched off, this spot will not move in the horizontal direction. There will be only a shift in the spot in the vertical direction because of the DC power supply. So option A is the correct one. This dot represents the input DC power supply DC source or DC signal. So option A is the correct one. Question number 37. What does the alpha radiation given off by radioactive nuclei consist of? Option A, fast moving protons. Option B, helium nuclei. Option C, microwave. Option D, radio waves. Okay, first we check this one. We have studied that the alpha particles are identical to nucleus of helium-4. So here the option B is the correct one. Alpha radiation are identical to helium nucleus or helium nuclei. So option B is the correct one. Question number 38. Which statement about the reactor in a nuclear power station is correct? Option A. In the reactor, the main reaction occurs when proton hit uranium nuclei. No, there is fission reaction is taking place. Okay, option B. The process taking place in the reactor is called nuclear fusion. No, there is fission reaction. In option C, the reactor produces energy to boil water and to produce steam. Yes, it is the correct option. It is a nuclear reactor. In nuclear reactor, energy is used to boil water to make steam, and that steam runs the turbine. So the reactor produces energy to boil water and to produce steam, and that steam is used to run the turbine. So option C is the correct one. Question number 39. The result of the alpha particle scattering experiment gave evidence for which the following? Option A, nuclear fusion. Option B, radioactive decay. Option C, the existing of isotope. Option D, the nuclear atom. Okay, in alpha particle scattering experiment, we discovered the nuclear atom. It is called Rutherford experiment, and this experiment we have studied. Okay, it is Rutherford experiment. Here in the experiment, we have discovered the nucleus of the atom. So here option D is the correct one, the nuclear atom. Question number 40. Which statement about two different isotopes of the same element is correct? Option A. Both isotopes have the same number of electrons in the nucleus. No. Both isotopes have the same number of protons in the nucleus. Yes, it is the basic definition of isotopes that there should be same number of protons but different number of neutrons. So option B is the correct one. Okay, also we read the other options. In option C, it is given both isotopes have the same number of neutrons in a nucleus. No, neutrons number are different. In option D, both isotopes have the same number of nucleons in a nucleus. No, it cannot be. Number of nucleons means total number of proton plus neutron in a nucleus. So it cannot be. So option B is the correct one. Both isotopes have the same number of proton in a nucleus. Okay, today we have completed this 5054 paper 1 variant 2 October November 18. Thank you very much.